From the thong-wearing beaches of Miami, Florida, to the flannel-wearing ski bunnies of Whistler, BC, this is the Qualk Show with your host, Carol Rosher.
Welcome to the Qualk Show, everybody, and happy Saturday night. Welcome as we celebrate the season finale of Season 1. Just saying. It has been sometimes long, mostly fun first season. And on tonight's show, we are going to be shooting from the hip a little bit. We will be discussing our favorite moments, our favorite guests. We're also going to have a Shit That Sucks with Sin, backed by popular demand. And all in all, we're just going to have a hell of a final show tonight and, celebrate what has been an amazing first season. Hallie, before I go any further, can people get a hold of us on YouTube today?
Not right this minute.
Oh, 30-second delay. Hey, there's a 30-second delay. Give him a second.
I'm refreshing. So hopefully, if you're watching this on YouTube, if you look down below and there's a comment section, if it's there, start writing, and I will start writing you back. We will give you shout-outs. If you don't want a shout-out, put a little something that says, please, God, don't talk about me. But I'm going to talk about you anyway. So sorry about it. If that is not up in the next 1 minute, I will be switching us over to our Facebook feed for conversation. But I'm really hoping.
Yeah. This is the bane of our existence, getting this chat going on here.
We're not professionals. We're fucking parents.
Exactly. Which is kind of the point of this show, right? It's just being at one with everybody out there. That's
just having fun with your friends.
Exactly. So before I go any further, I want to introduce our guest this evening. She is from the highly popular Lesbian Pride page. We have the one, the only, Rosala here with us tonight. Thank you for coming on the show tonight, girl. And
hey, what's up, everyone?
Awesome. It's great. No problem. Go ahead.
Just real quick, a little few glitches on my side, so the feed is not coming through to my fan page, but I'll be sure to let you know when it is. But thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here. I met Stephanie and Hallie at the LGBT Week, and we had an amazing conversation, and I don't know, I'm really happy that it finally manifested into something and to be on this talk with everyone.
Oh my God, we're so happy to have you. And check out that hottie pic too, your little picture by your name there. Woo, woo.
Yeah. Girl.
Yeah.
It's paper. Chat is up.
Exactly.
It's working.
It's working, everybody!
So far, I'm the only one talking. Go to YouTube. It's right here.
What do you have to say?
Here, I'll show you what it looks like. Oh, God. I'm all over the place. Okay. See
wow.
this? Oh, no.
Oh! Wait. See it?
There it is. There we go.
Look at Carol's face!
So there's chat. Talk with me. Hi, Adria.
Somebody talk to Hallie. We've been waiting all season for this moment.
This is my fucking job. Give me something to do.
Rosala, thank you so much for coming on tonight, and it's great that we get to celebrate the finale of our inaugural season with you here tonight. We're going to basically just kind of talk about our favorite moments in the show, and before we went any further, I just wanted to, people often wonder, how did this show come to be? What are you trying to prove? What's going on? And I just wanted to start the show tonight with a little background and speak to how far our little project has grown because of you, the viewers. We have had many kinks along the way, pun intended. Our chat not working on YouTube kind of hindered the vibe from the beginning, but Stephanie, our producer extraordinaire, has finally figured that out, it seems.
I got your back.
Yeah, I know you do. We might
we did the last show of Season 1.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys talking about kinks and vibes and getting each other's back, so I'm getting a little turned on over here.
I got her front. They're my favorite.
We're just trying to get Hallie worked up before she goes out tonight, right? Like, we need to help her with that.
So if you're going on a date with Hallie tonight, we're on to you.
Yeah, exactly. Have a good night. We muddled our way through this project because it was important to us. And I hope we've made some friends along the way as we hang in there together as we build this thing. This show started from a vision I had to form a queer parenting alliance, basically. Somewhere other than a chat room or a Facebook page where we could have real interactions with each other, support each other, and hopefully grow a little bit together as well. And as a byproduct, we also focused on showing the world what gay families and issues look like. Basically exactly the same as everybody else's, with a little bit of bigotry and killings mixed in. But that's, we'll talk about that. We've already talked about that once. I put out a general casting call and got so many people coming back at us. And we kind of went through the best of the best to bring you a little taste of different people's realities, different family realities that are all under the queer spectrum. And finally, when Stephanie came on board, we finally had the missing link, as her business smarts and super geek mentality brought us to the next level as she continues to grow our show. Hallie has been invaluable as our marketing director. This girl has put in more hours than almost anybody other than Stephanie. Sin has become my right hand and my political correctness barometer, or at least she tries.
AKA your mother.
AKA your internet mother.
Exactly, as my director's assistant, and Heidi, with her good heart and keen observations, has helped many of you folks, including us, along the way. I have made lifelong friends in this process, and I can't wait to celebrate next season with all of you.
You're making me cry.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting awful clipped.
With you, because the fans, as we get bigger and better and things change up for season 2, it's only going to go up from here. And one last thing, the pride painting behind me on the wall was painted for me by my someday mother-in-law, Denise Millar, and as a comfort to me in the days following the Orlando massacre. So I love you, Mom, and peace, love, and pride to Orlando. Let's move forward as we begin to talk about some of our favorite moments from season 1 and find out from you what you want to hear about. What were some of your favorite things, your shows and your topics from season number 1? What would you like to see on season number 2? And Rizal, I'm going to put you on the hot seat. What do millennials want to talk about?
That's a great question. I wasn't ready for it, so.
Well, she's got 300,000 of them in that cell phone right there. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to go live right now.
It's working. It came through.
So like it's sort of working. It worked and then it froze. Now I'm doing it again. So the second time. So once I start seeing it, I'm gonna ask you to do everything all over again.
You're a trooper. You're a trooper.
But what do us millennials want to see from the next Qualk Show? I guess I could say, like, there was an interesting. I don't know if you've seen it, but there was an interesting video that was done by Broadly, and it was about how how the lesbian bar scene was pretty much gone. And I think they said it was because there was a disconnect between older lesbians and younger lesbians. And I guess it's kind of like, what should the new millennials of like LGBT, what should we look forward to? What can we do to kind of like stay connected with each other? Because the connection we have with each other is important, Yes, we're completely different. We have completely different views. Not completely, but different enough to where we don't always want to hang out with each other. So I think it would be nice to see how can we continue to connect with each other and just keep vibing, I think that'd be great. So, real quick, can you do a quick shout out to the Lesbian Pride viewers out there? So that you guys are live right now. We have 50.
Hi, Lesbian Pride viewers.
Welcome to the Qualk Show.
I'm usually a lesbian pride viewer, so it's fun to be on this side.
Yeah, really. Me too.
This is like narcissism to like the 8th degree. We've got like this feed open, that feed open, this feed open. It's amazing.
Carol, tell all 300,000 Lesbian Pride members what the show's about.
Okay.
Yes.
So basically what the Qualk Show is about for lesbian pride viewers that are just tuning in is we are a queer spectrum talk show that focuses a lot on parenting issues, but we cover so many other things as well. We've talked about trans rights in this country and in other countries because we are an international forum. What we wanted to do is we wanted to set up a panel of funny moms who have been there, done that in lots of different forms, and hopefully there's somebody on the panel that you can relate to. And we talk about issues that are in the news, everything from the little boy who fell in the gorilla cage all the way to, you know, the Orlando massacre and everything in between. And we try to wrap it up into a nice little package that includes and demonstrates family and how all of us are family. And families come in many different forms. My family is myself, my partner, and my daughter. Other families are just one mom, two dads, one dad, a dad and a stepmom. It could be you and your fur babies, because let's face it, you know, until you have a real child, those fur babies are everything to you. Once you have a real child, you realize that the fur babies actually sleep at night, but but until then, definitely. So family comes in all different ways and forms, and we basically want to normalize the family and the queer community and show everybody we're just like everybody else, and form a little bit of a chat, basically like you're sitting down with your friends having coffee and discussing issues, current information, current things that are in the news, and things that really affect us in the LGBTQPI to the power of Z community. Does that kind of wrap it up, Stephanie?
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So as of right now, it's only Adrienne and I in chat. Note to the viewers, you have to be logged into YouTube to be able to watch it. So make sure that you're
logged in, subscribe to us. All of you lesbian pride viewers out there, I know you guys are active and you're young and you know how to use the computer, which is different than a lot of the people that we have had viewing and tuning in. So
I'm looking at the Lesbian Pride feed right now, and I don't want to call her elderly because it's not true, but an older woman would like some advice on a relationship after 50 years. So, demographically, you've got it set, Rizal.
Awesome.
You got any questions for us to start off the show, Rizal?
Oh, no. Let's see. Not really. I'll just shout them out. I'll interrupt you when you're talking, so, you know.
Do it. Pop on your lower third, too, so that everybody sees what your name is.
Yeah, there you go. So, Stephanie, I'm going to start with you because I know you're going to be busy throughout the show doing all the technical stuff. Yeah. Tell me, what were your top 2 favorite moments of this season?
So we had Marnie Panis on early on, who was, I guess, trans go-to extraordinaire. I don't know what else to call her for our show. But she is a spectacular human being. Stuff.
Yeah.
My favorite moment, my favorite moment was when we were actually in pre-production on the Wednesday before the show, and she disclosed to me that she was fitting us in between speaking to prisons and going to teach a breastfeeding class. Yeah. You know, for me, like, I don't feel like I have a whole lot of exposure to other demographics in our LGBTQ plus spectrum, and I was like, I was like, I love her. So that was my first moment. But then on air, I loved the breakup show because I fell in love with Candace Green of the YouTube page The Barretts, and she is a great girl. Yeah. But you did for other reasons. But she's a great girl, and I feel like at that moment,
she's on the eyes. I'm just saying.
I can argue. I wasn't going to try to say no.
Great,
my wife is watching,
divorced. So I'm coming to move in with you. Thanks.
But in talking to her, I think we capture at the exact moment that I think everyone wishes in their lives that they had some really good sound advice and some buddies to talk to about what they were going through, and I think we helped her a lot. So that's good. Yeah. And she's a friend of the show.
For sure.
And wait, one more thing. Shout out to Jamie Messina because we're like BFF. She's totally my trainer now. She introduced us to the Qualk Show 7-Day Shred. I lost, boom, almost 10 pounds. I've been eating clean for 3 weeks. So that chick changed my life, just like the rest of you. So those are my favorite moments.
That is quite the shout out.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Sin? What are some of your favorite moments?
You stole my Marnie. Marnie was definitely favorite, but I when Brittany Simon came on to talk about some poly and kink stuff, that was fun. My favorite moment of that show was when she couldn't talk because she couldn't stop picturing mud wrestling with me. Awkward and fun at the same time.
And she's seeing you today, Sin. You're looking mighty dapper today, I must say.
We really are.
Well, I'm feeling a lot better today. I have some medical conditions, and we haven't talked about that a lot, but I'm feeling really well today. And when I feel well, I look like me. So I'm feeling very me today. It's a good day.
I love it.
Well, you're looking very you
Your hair is
too.
perfectly coiffed over. I mean, you should go out of the town after this.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, I'm going to bed after this. But thank you for the suggestion.
We're both on Eastern Standard Time, so that's why. Like,
Yeah.
9 o'clock.
Actually, tonight's the night the wife doesn't get home till 2 a.m. So.
Well, I think you should surprise her at work. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. There you go. Now you're talking.
What's on the menu? Brown chicken, brown cow.
What's on the menu? This is on the menu.
Nice.
Shout out
Rosella, how do you follow up a vagina sticker?
What?
How do you follow up a vagina sticker? Sin was just
I
showing
was
his
just trying
vagina.
to say, Sin has a shout out from the page. A few fans love your tie.
Yeah.
The tie. So we love that, and shout out to everyone that's on right now commenting. You guys have a lot of topics to cover, but they're interested in knowing what does pride mean to you guys, and what are your thoughts on a triad relationship? I mean, I know you have a lot to cover, but they'd love to hear what your thoughts are.
Contact Carol. She's a pride extraordinaire.
That's right. Thoughts on what kind of relationship?
Triad. I think that's.
Oh, that wouldn't work for me because I'm a jealous bitch.
Yeah.
I cannot handle. My wife is bi, and she has male friends, and it freaks me out. And they're just friends, and it freaks me out. I'm way too jealous to be able to handle that. I'm not mature enough to deal with it.
That's a dyke problem. We don't like men.
I'm not mature enough to
It's not
deal
that we
with
don't
a
like
triad.
men. It's not that we don't like men. I love men, but I don't see femme girls as my competition. I see men as my competition.
Me too.
So I completely understand that. When a woman hits on my girlfriend, I'm like, yeah, that's right, she's mine. When a man hits on my girlfriend, I want to go to war. I was like, God, he's gay. Don't you get it?
If they want to learn more about how that works, though, if they Google Brittany Simon and look at her YouTube page, she was one of our guests, and she is so intelligent, knowledgeable, and able to be very mature about talking about triads and more, actually.
Yeah. That was our polyamory show, so if you subscribe to the page, it'll come up. Polyamory show.
Awesome.
Yeah,
So
I'll tell you, Rosala, one of your fans asked, or one of your friends asked what pride means to us. And, I mean, I think pride probably means a little something different to everybody. I guess I don't wear, like, a pride necklace or a pride wristband, but I think that pride oozes out of me. I hope so, because I don't believe, and I think that Orlando has shown us, as far as we thought we had come, we still have so far left to go. And so for me, that is why we still celebrate pride. Pride is not me shoving it down people's throats saying, look at me, I'm gay, look at me, I'm gay. It's showing people that we are a community, we are here, we need the same basic human rights that anybody else needs. There was a law passed in Mississippi, I believe it was. Ellen was talking about it on her show the other day, about basically making it okay to discriminate against gays and lesbians and housing issues and different things of this. Now, I haven't read up a whole lot about the bill, so I'm not going to speak too much to it. But that's just an example, Everybody says, why do you guys still need gay pride? Like, you've gone so much, you have marriage, we all accept you, da-da-da-da-da. Well,
because we're still fighting for our lives. We're still fighting to exist even. We're still, people still want to kill us, but also people still want to treat us as less than human and treat us as something different, as something evil. And I think that we still need pride to show people, no, look, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. You can make all kinds of laws and quote all kinds of books about me being wrong, but that's not going to change who I am ever.
Exactly.
And I think Riz touched on something really important too. She kind of alluded to it, maybe not talked about it directly, but we need pride so that our younger generation can understand the rich and beautiful history that has created the culture as we know it now. And we need to make sure that everybody knows this history. Where did the whole butch femme thing come from? Reading into...
And then where did it go? Because there's not even really a butch femme kind of dynamic. Like, there is still one there, but a lot of it is just kind of middle ground, androgyny. Nobody identifies as like butch or femme. What pride really is
Are you making fun of me?
Yeah. Always.
No, Stephanie, it's not always about you, honey.
We've always got room for our bi friends. We've always got room for our bi friends. To me, what pride means is self-esteem. It's self-appreciation in who I am. And will I shove it down your throat? Hell no. I'm not going to shove my tongue in my girlfriend's mouth in the safe way or whatever the case may be. But what I will do is when you talk about your husband and your kids, you're damn right I'm going to talk about my wife and my kids. And that's what pride means to me.
Yeah.
Well, hit the like button if you love that. Hit the like. Love to hit it. Just do it. Yeah. That's awesome. I totally agree.
Yes, yeah.
Heidi, what were some of your favorite moments?
I really, really loved us being able to come together after Orlando. I wasn't there on Sunday morning, unfortunately. It was my daughter's birthday, so there was just no possibility for me to be able to take myself away from that. But our show the following Saturday really meant a whole world to me, being able to come together with the five of you, or the four of you, the five of us all together. That was just absolutely beautiful. I really liked the show. What was it? I loved bringing a fan on and being able.
When Chanel was on.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved having.
Jennifer was on as well.
And Jennifer, it would have been nice to see more than her forehead for most of the show.
Yeah. I tried to work with her, Jennifer.
I know.
I tried to work with you. I told you to put your camera down, girl.
Miami. Yeah, that episode altogether, I absolutely loved. I loved each and every one of our guests from Kirsch Brands at the beginning. I think she's just an intriguing and really cool human being. Yeah. Our breakup show, Marnie, I wish I had some kind of superpower to put her like on a global stage, because her perspective
she's getting there.
Yeah, she's on like CNN International now. She's got her global stage. She's good.
Yeah. She is just such a beautiful human being. She's in the Glee movie. If you guys have seen the Glee movie, she's in her cheerleader costume, like for a flash as one of the fangirls in the Glee movie, which is really cool.
Awesome.
But anyways, so I absolutely love that as well, and I love shit that sucks. It's my favorite thing that we do. Yeah. I love shit that sucks.
That was actually one of mine when we got to me about the things I loved. I loved the Candace Green show, not because she's cute. Yes, we've established that she's cute. But because it was so raw and it was so real, that show. Yeah. And, anybody who hasn't gone through heartbreak, raise your hand. Even if you're the person leaving, that can still be heartbreaking. And just to share that intimacy with somebody and really realize that we've all been there, done that, and experienced that kind of heartache. It was just so real to me. And my other favorite by far is Sin's Black Glove. Sin's Black Glove it's like OJ. It has made so many appearances.
It needs its own Twitter account.
It does. Sin's Black Glove. It can be used for impregnation. I don't know if that's your word, impregnating. Sure. It can be used for safe sex. Who knows what she's going to be using it for tonight, but I'm excited to find out what's going on with Sin's Black Glove.
Sin's Black Glove leads a great and fascinating life, let me tell you.
Sin's Black Glove is not down here with her in her room that she's in right now. Sin's Black Glove is upstairs. Sin may have to step away from the camera before shit that sucks if you need to see the black gloves.
Right?
We need to, oh, yes.
I think the black glove just is kind of like your trademark or something at this point, which is kind of scary, actually.
Hashtag Sin's Black Glove.
Give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back.
All right. That's what she said. So, yeah, I mean, there's been so many good moments along the way. Marnie was definitely another one of my favorites. She's just so knowledgeable. And part of mine and Stephanie's mandate for this show is inclusion of all people and all forms of the queer spectrum. We don't want to just be a lesbian show or a bisexual show or a transgender show or, you know, LGBTIA, however many. We want to embrace everyone. We want to be under the all the same umbrella because we've been segregated for too long from everyone else. So I don't want to segregate between us. I want to bring on guests that speak to so many different forms and avenues of the queer spectrum. And so, you know, that's what Marnie is to me. That's what Brittany was to me, talking about polyamory. Am I into polyamory? Hell no, because I am way too jealous. I'm into single polyamory for sure, but I don't think that's called polyamory. I think it's just called being a hoe. But, you know, I'm definitely into that. But yeah, I mean, those were definitely some of my favorite moments. Here's Sin Dermapro. Powder-free examination gloves.
Maybe they can sponsor a second season.
That just lets you know that they are safe to be used internally. So,
what is that? Show me again.
Oh, these are my Dermapro Black powder-free examination-grade disposable gloves.
Of course they're examination-grade.
But are they ribbed for her pleasure? That's what I want to know.
No, but they do have a textured grip.
Nice!
Yes, they are!
So you can hold her like a bowling ball. I mean, you need to really get in there. And we have any other...
Making my nostrils flare!
Exactly.
So the finger pads have a little bit of a texture to them. Yeah.
Nice. I'm like creepily turned on when you do that, Sin. Like, I'm not even into butches, but when you're rubbing your fingers together, it seems like an invite. You know what? Since you've got the black glove on already, why don't we just go into shit that sucks with Sin?
All right. You know what sucks? Gender stereotypes. Right? And the whole, because look I'm in my tie, I got my short hair, I got the black glove, but I birthed and breastfed 2 kids. I love my uterus, I love my vagina, I am all woman, I'm not a trans man, but I still have a hard time using bathrooms because I'm me. Yeah. And, but you know, that happens. So sometimes, you know, the thing that you think belongs to the butch in the house does not belong to the butch in the house. Sometimes the thing you think belongs to the femme in the house does not belong to the femme in the house. So we're going to go through some items and we're going to guess, do they belong to me or my wife?
Yeah.
All right. All right. So we're going to start very easily with, so I've got this set of screwdrivers here.
I wasn't sure what that was. Is it like a butt plug? Or I'm going to use Sharesies.
So this is a flashlight and screwdriver set, see, like this, that you can like fix things with.
Nice.
Very cool, right?
I kind of want that.
Yeah, very cool.
I know you're not necessarily the butch one, but I'm going to go with you because you're also the techie kind of geeky smart one, and you would need that to like fix things and look at things and take things apart and stuff.
So this is actually my wife's. No, to be fair, I have a giant toolbox in the shed full of much higher quality, better ones.
Toolbox too. It's like a cat box under my bed.
All right, ready? Let's go with Iced Pear Margarita Body Spray.
That's totally yours. That's totally yours.
That's totally Jen.
That's Jen.
Because she smells like fire.
That's Jen's. Sadly, that's mine.
Yeah!
Excellent!
You're such a lesbian.
All right. I've got 2 makeup bags here.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh
Right.
no.
One of them is full of different kinds of chapstick. And the other one
That's totally yours.
is full of all different kinds of makeup all together.
Chapstick's yours.
Yeah, you're totally a
I'm
chapstick
saying
girl.
the makeup is for her, for the show.
So, both y'all are wrong because that was the trick question.
Is that your daughters?
The daughter, my 15-year-old daughter, is the only one who wears full-on makeup. The chapstick is mine and my wife. So she's feminine. She's got the long hair. She's very feminine. She was more likely to wear a dress than me, but she does not wear makeup because not all stereotypes are true. She's not a lipstick lady. That's all. That's how that goes.
I shop in the boys section, but I do wear makeup. So you know what you can do with your stereotypes.
Let's talk about that for a second. I shop in the men's section too, and here's why. Pockets. The pockets. Okay, ladies, if you wear women's pants, you can't fit shit in your pocket.
Yeah.
You can't. If you wear men's pants, you can just put your wallet and your phone in your pocket and your keys in your other pocket, and you can leave the house. I don't need a big old bag of shit when I leave the house with me.
Riz needs that to fit all 300,000 viewers right in that pocket.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
These big man pockets, my friend.
You don't need men's clothing has pockets that function. Women's clothing does not have pockets that function. It makes no sense at all. It's stupid.
Yeah.
You know, women's clothing is, the way the shirts are cut, it's like I can't move right without showing off my, the wrong thing. With men's shirts, I can move around just fine. Yes, I have a chest, so I have to buy a little bit of a larger size. We all know how that works. But, men's clothing is easier for me. It's more comfortable for me. I can't, but I'm not a guy.
Yeah.
I'm not a dude, right? I'm not trans. And if I was, it wouldn't be an issue, but I'm not.
Yeah,
So that kind of stuff.
Love for that, Sin. A lot of love from lesbian pride viewers are saying they totally agree on the pocket.
Ask the lesbian pride viewers.
Pockets. You need pockets to put some extra black gloves in just in case, right?
You never know what's going to happen.
You need to murder someone on the side of the road. Like,
Always be prepared. Always be prepared.
Yeah.
I would bring my light.
You bring your light. So
Well, you got to be able to see where to put the glove.
Yeah. If
you can't find it by now, you haven't had enough practice, honey.
That's the problem with bi girls. Don't you
I've
know
been the same woman for 8 years, okay? I don't know.
Stephanie, if you can't find it by now,
I don't think a light's your problem.
I don't think a light's your problem. So it sucks when people assume that I'm a trans man just because I'm masculine. It sucks that people assume that I'm totally 100% butch, because you know what? There's another item in the house that definitely belongs to me, and I will show you. Oh! Because underneath the suit and tie, there is very often the teddy and thong.
Are you wearing it under your shirt?
Get it.
So
I love it.
Don't believe everything you see. Not all butchy girls are totally masculine, and not all femmy girls are totally feminine. And you just be you, and you do you how you like it, and you'll find some. Single ladies, be yourself. You'll find someone who likes that.
Yeah,
that's how it works.
Exactly. Love it. Amazing episode of Shit That Sucks with Sin. Love it. Thank you so much. I know you're getting lots of love from the Lesbian Pride page.
On the YouTube page.
Oh, what's going on?
Andrew,
Let's go to questions. Who's got some questions?
No questions yet. We have a suggestion of changing the nights, though. Of
Wow.
not
Is that my wife? Does she want to watch Orange is the New
Yeah,
Black
we
right
have
now?
heard that suggestion. To the person who suggested that, what night do you think would work better?
Yeah, we like Wednesday and Friday.
The reason that we originally went with Saturdays is because we, for the most part, a lot of us, except for Sin, well, and I guess Hallie's daughter is 6, but we mostly have younger kids. And so to anybody who has younger kids, Saturday night it might as well be Monday. There's fucking nothing else going on, okay? This kid still needs to go to bed between 6 and 7, or else your life is hell, and therefore you're stuck in the house because you're not going to leave your child to be kidnapped at the home by themselves. So Saturday nights we were like, let's catch all the people that are sitting at home with nothing to do. But you know what? I guess during the summer months and things like that, even people with young kids have baseball tournaments and things with family and things of that. So I thank you for that comment and that suggestion, and it is something that we are definitely looking for season number 2.
I just wrote it down. I'm writing them all down. Keep bringing the suggestions.
What else you got, our viewers out there? YouTube. What day night did they say would be better, Hallie? I missed that.
They like Wednesday or Friday.
Wednesday or Friday. I've heard Wednesday night as well. I've heard. What about Sunday? What do people think about Sunday when you're winding down after the weekend? And you're tired, you've been hungover all day from partying Friday and Saturday. You know you're in your jammies on Sunday. You're not doing shit. You may be getting some grocery shopping done, cleaning up the, the stains from your bathroom from a good Saturday night.
You've already binge watched Orange is the New Black. It's not coming on again until next year.
Exactly.
Oh, I haven't done it yet.
We started it over.
Don't
I'm
even
still
get
in season
me
1
started.
again for the third freaking time.
Don't even get me started.
Give me your gay card.
Last
It's
season,
revoked.
me and one of my besties watched it in 2 days. This season, we can't get our Netflix to work, so we haven't seen one episode yet. I feel like a failure to the gay community. I'm so
I will
sorry.
let you borrow
Carol,
mine,
I
but
will
mine's
send
in
them
the
to you.
United States.
Carol, I will send them to you.
Thank you.
Riz, Riz, what are your fans asking?
Okay, so thanks for, I don't want to interrupt.
No,
So-
you have to.
always
You
interrupt.
have to
You're the
interrupt.
nicest, sweetest person on the planet, but interrupt their loud asses.
Oh, we'll just keep talking. You interrupt us anytime.
Sin, first of all, you're getting a lot of love, Sin. People are saying they're loving the glasses.
Thank you.
And one of them was saying, like, you remind them of Ruby Rose.
Aw.
If they want to
Back
search
up, girl, she's married.
my Facebook
I'm
page,
not.
my fan page is Sincerely, CYNSERELEY, I believe.
Plug it.
And they can like that page and follow, and they can hear what's going on with me.
Awesome, that's great. So, yeah, I mean, like, everyone, if you're watching this and you want to connect with somebody, just shout their name out, and they'll come on the fan page and they'll sorry, the thing. I'm doing a bootleg version.
Nice.
So I'm kind of like.
And here's another question I have for the Lesbian Pride fans. Would you like to see Rosala on next season?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, put you on air on point.
Putting me on the spot.
Yeah, we already talked about this. That's how I roll. How you gonna say no, girl?
I can't wait to tell my wife that people think I'm like Ruby Rose. I'm gonna be beating them off with sticks.
I'm using that black glove tonight.
Yeah, just put the glove on while you say it.
Yeah. Ruby Rose, baby.
The fans think I look like Ruby Rose.
Right now, there's a lot of questions. They're just saying they love the conversation, they love the opinions. Someone asked, I think they're being sarcastic, do you all have kids?
Oh,
but it was,
yes.
We do. We do
I
all have kids.
My kids are, my biological kids, should I even say this, are 15 and 13.
Yeah.
Old bitch.
I'm old.
That's why you need that
Take
glove.
that, Ruby Rose. I got gray hair.
Oh, I don't have gray hair. I don't even dye it.
You better check
got gray
yourself,
hair.
Stephanie.
I'm
Nobody got
young.
gray hair in here, okay?
I do. I got like stripes happening now.
Hallie, how old's your daughter?
My daughter is
Go
6.
down the line. Heidi?
My daughter just turned 3.
Steph?
My oldest is 4 and the youngest is 8 months.
And my beautiful Bambino is 6 months old. Love of my life and my greatest enemy. Just kidding.
my dog is 10.
Your dog is
Your dog is
10.
10.
I love it.
So he's my
I
old
did
man,
say,
my boy.
really quickly, I did see on the Lesbian Pride page that Pearl Kelly Jam just got engaged at Dublin Pride today.
Congratulations!
Hit the double tap, everyone, if you're loving that, so be sure to double. I don't know if you've ever seen a Facebook Live, but if you're watching it as a viewer, you can see all the hearts and likes go across.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I never
I
saw
had that today.
it this time yesterday. It's crazy. Like, I was like, what? And
But see,
yeah.
I'm old. I don't know how you do the hearts. I just know that you get them. But I haven't figured out how you can actually give them yet.
You just like slide across. It's kind of a weird. I just figured
Yeah.
it out,
Where
so.
it says like, you slide across, you can see the heart. You just click on the heart instead.
Gotcha. Just boom, boom, boom. Because sometimes people will be like bam, 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 and it's
Just
like
keep hitting
heart,
it.
heart, heart, heart. So that's just what you do. Okay.
Just keep
If
hitting
you
it.
want, you can do that too right now. That's cool. I like that.
I like it. I like it. So, okay, so we've got the Lesbian Pride page. Why don't you tell us a little bit about why you started that up, Rosala?
Lesbian Pride. Well, I'll make it short. Well, I actually started it because I was trying to do network marketing. If you don't know network marketing, it's kind of like Amway, like Herbalife and stuff like that. and it wasn't really working out for me. So I was like doing like blogging and stuff, and I just was trying to like figure out a way to learn marketing because I really wanted to become a marketer, and then I just wanted to learn how to market, and then like I literally stumbled across this. Someone was like, "Why don't you create a Facebook fan page?" And then I was like, "Sure." And I didn't have a lot of money to spend, so I just spent reinvested the money and I advertised, and then next thing you know, it just kind of grew overnight and built this community and
an amazing community. Those girls are awesome.
Yeah.
They really are.
Shout out to Lesbian Pride!
I tell them all the time, like they're amazing. I'm truly blessed to have them. Every single individual who takes the time to like the page, even at the very least, even if they don't, even if they just walk by it, it's just an amazing opportunity to be a part of it and to create it. So I just create, and then it just turned into something else. Like I have the ability to do this, and then I want to do more things like this. So I'm really excited to be a part of season 2, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So
that was a yes.
I'm taking it as a yes.
Lesbian Pride, did you hear a yes there? I think we might have gotten a yes there. We would be absolutely thrilled and honored to have you on season 2. I know you have so much to share, and I know that we've all talked in our production meeting earlier this week, and our visions and what we want to accomplish and the way that we see the community around us and how we want to build it up with resources and airtime and questions and friendship and all of those things. I think it's a partnership that's meant to happen.
Totally. We're excited. I know Lesbian Pride community is excited. If you're excited out there, Lesbian Pride, hit the like button. Yay! We love this. I can tell everyone's already digging it. They're like liking and sharing. People are just hanging out with us. And it's a good time.
You are amazing. It's all about. We are amazing. We're gonna be amazing.
Yeah. We're just gonna be an amaze ball.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. A ball of amazing. And that's what this was all about. Was we saw people chatting in the private chat rooms, and we saw people taking part on different pages, parenting pages and single pages and LGBTQPI pages, and it felt like there was this need for interaction within the community because we're not all going to the bars as much as we were back in the day. In fact, bars are kind of dropping off a little bit as far as the gay community is concerned, which is good in a way and bad in a way. It's good because it means we've integrated to a point where a lot of the younger generation feels just as welcome at what us old timers would consider a straight club. So that's a positive, but the negative is that you do lose a little bit of your sense of community, and for lack of a better description, I look at things like the Ukrainian Center and the South American Dance Night. I mean, every minority has to feel a pride within themselves and a sense of community within themselves.
Oh, hell yeah.
The whole strength in numbers thing, and go
ahead.
No, go ahead. I just think a little bit of that has been lost over the years, and that's what we wanted to do, was bring the conversation to the forefront so that we create this family of friends to help and nurture and love one another.
Where I live, and I'm not going to say where I live, even though, but where I live, there are a lot of things available for gay men. Tons of things. There's lots of clubs to go to. There's a gay men's choir, there's like gay men's everything, there's drag bingo, there's lots of things to do for gay men. There is nothing for the ladies, and I think it's because most of the ladies they used to go to the club, and then they'd meet the person at the club, take them home, get a U-Haul, move in together, and start a family.
Yeah.
And
nesting. We call that nesting.
Yeah, and what happens with that, though, is that the lesbian club isn't sustainable because there aren't enough single ladies left in the long term. We hook up and we stay hooked up, and then we break up, and then by the time we go back to the club, we've been with everybody who was there for a long-term relationship, right? So,
for sure.
Makes it hard, but that's why I like the Qualk Show so much, because I have a community of ladies that I can hook up with, that I can talk to, not hook up with that way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That I can talk to.
Ruby Rose, I hear you.
Yeah.
That I can talk to and that I can communicate with, and it feels like we're almost in the same room. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. Holly, now that you're back in the single scene, what do you, and you're flourishing in the single
First
scene.
of all, I take offense. You didn't ask me what my favorite shows were.
Didn't
right?
I?
No, you didn't.
Oh.
Yeah, calling you out real quick. So
at least I called you Hallie.
That's it. I'm getting the black glove out.
At least you said your name right. You said my name right. So my favorite shows were actually the breakup show. It happened about a week before mine did. So
that was
it
close to home. Close to home.
Yeah, it was really close to home, and it was good to have that. And then right after that, for me, was the Jamie show, which has kicked me into awesome, and I'm feeling fucking awesome right now. I'm down 9 pounds. I am feeling myself, as Beyonce said. So I'm all about this right now.
And now you're alone a lot, so you can feel yourself all the time.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
true.
Exactly.
So what were you asking me about being in the single scene?
So, is it different than, you were kind of hooked up over the last 5 years, I'd say most of it. Is it different being single now as opposed to 5 years ago?
Yes, there's so many apps now. There's so many apps now.
Is there a Grinder for lesbians yet, like
Yes, there
Scissoring or Scissor Sisters website?
Here's all of my dating apps.
Wow.
Oh, hey.
If you guys want to hook up with Hallie, that's where you find her. That's where you find our girl.
And it's so funny because Plenty of Fish, there's generally weirdos on there. Okay, Cupid, there's some nice people. You get some good quality content. Tinder, we know what Tinder's for.
And what about the Qualk Show on Lesbian Pride? Because I just hooked you up with Andrea Sanchez, right? Just added her to Queer Families and Allies. Put y'all up. Maybe you can be buddies. Maybe you can be more. Who knows?
I'm not relocating.
Maybe you can be more and then less again. I mean, who knows, right? Right?
So, the dating apps are freaking insane. Like, they're everywhere, and they're hard to keep up because some have all of your information, some have no information, some it's just pictures and which pictures and how do you post them, and oh my god, I have to go on a hike so I make sure I have good pictures. Oh my god, it's fucking work.
It is so much work.
It is so hard.
I mean, thankfully, I'm very much in love, and I love my girlfriend, and I'm not going anywhere. But even if I was unhappy, I might stay, just so I don't have to be single again.
No kidding, Carol. Amen. I like the idea of actually having to go out and meet women when we don't have the convenience of. I live in I don't live in a huge city, so there's no gay bars. Period. Like not one. And so like, how do you meet a lesbian other than going out on the side of the highway with a pride flag going, hello?
I see it all the time. Oh, I didn't know you were gay.
Yeah.
Okay, let me tattoo it on my chest. I'm a lesbian.
Amen. I do not look gay, so
I'm not going to assume that you're straight. I mean, like, come on now.
Exactly. I'm gonna hit an opportunity hitting a person.
I have the same problem.
Pride fans sing. Lesbian pride ladies. How do you meet chicks in today's society? Like,
please God, give me tips on these fucking apps.
I'll say Plenty of Fish because I know. Okay, so. There in my town, even though we had like a somewhat thriving gay scene, and when I say thriving for a smaller city in Alberta, it was a thriving gay scene in Edmonton. But there was about 5 hot femmes in the entire community. And let me tell you, them bitches were never single. If they were single for 10 minutes, then you got about 20 dykes like, I can smell it. I smell a single femme here. Okay, so I did use Plenty of Fish a few times because I don't like to date women that my friends have been inside. Like, that's just a rule that I have.
Yes.
So, but I hear you. Now, those hot people, they're scooped up within 10 minutes, and then the rest of the girls, they're on Plenty of Fish.
They're on Plenty of Fish. Except then I get these freaking 18-year-old bi-curious girls. I'm like, oh, hell no.
Yeah.
You know something wrong with bi people?
You don't want to be their sugar?
I have a problem with being their first girl experience when they're 10 years older than my daughter. No, it's not happening.
That's a little weird.
Yeah.
So you're not the clear sugar mama type.
No, I need a sugar mama. I want to be taken care of.
Yeah.
Wait, so you want to be the Portia to somebody's Ellen? I got you.
Yes.
Oh.
I'm a kind of woman, goddammit. Buy me everything.
In Portia's defense, if Ellen wasn't so rich, Portia does pretty good for herself as well.
Exactly.
You know? Like, I don't know. I mean,
I'm
Ellen's
glad
just
being
reached
a Portia.
pinnacle that you can't get to.
Yeah, I mean, she used to act a whole lot, wasn't she? In like, you know,
she's
the
still in
Ally
stuff.
McBeal and things. And,
Fuck
yeah.
Portia. I
Arrested
got your back,
Development.
Portia.
Yeah.
You got a job. You're a working girl, Portia. I got your back.
Yeah, boo.
What are the ladies on Lesbian Pride saying?
Well, let's see. Yeah, we got a few confirmations on. Yeah, there's some praises on Plenty of Fish.
Yes, there are.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm taking now. I'm taking now.
Alicia Barber says she actually met her wife on Facebook, and to swing off of that, actually, it's interesting. I used to post a lot of. I should probably start doing this again, but I used to post a lot of like single and looking posts and get like a couple thousand comments. And actually, we actually met some people. Some people actually met each other on Lesbian.
Really?
So,
Nice.
yeah.
Look at you, little dater.
I know, right?
Nicely done.
Damn.
Bringing people together.
No, and we may still be auctioning off Candace and Hallie, and who else are we going to auction off?
Jamie or yeah.
Are. Next
are.
month, we are having a singles auction for charity. We're just trying to hone in, Hallie and I, which charity we're going to give the money to.
Exactly.
But we're going to have our breakup show guest, Candace, on it. We're going to have Jamie Messina, our very sexy trainer, on it, and
yeah,
Hallie.
very sexy.
And I'm going to have
Hallie.
casting call.
Sexy, and then there's Hallie. Rude.
What? You know personally. I got it.
The third runner-up, we have Hallie. What's everybody else?
Hallie, to be fair, as hot as you are, Hallie, to be fair, you're like our sister at this point. So
Yeah, you are. Your family. Your family.
Karen
Yeah,
and I call her
yeah.
my baby sister.
By the
But
way,
we are doing that. We're doing it next month, and we're also doing our national viewing party of Bad Moms when that comes out. So we're encouraging every LGBTQ female identifying mom to go to a theater near you and take it over and live stream and be there with us. So we have an event going on Facebook for that.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll probably let's talk about that after and see how we can incorporate that into the Zoom.
Yeah, totally.
Excellent.
Fun.
let's also take a moment just to talk about how incredibly huge Heidi's boobs look on this screen right now.
Oh my God.
You guys, I don't know if you guys can see what I'm seeing.
Some bitch.
Carrie's a very lucky lady.
Yeah.
Yes, she is. She is indeed.
Exactly.
Yes,
I think
Carrie.
there's 3, so the boobs are actually Carrie's again because before that there's the babies. I know that
They
one.
were the breastfed until she was 2, so yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Carrie was probably like,
Yeah, my beautiful partner's got some great breasts too. At least that's what my daughter tells me. I don't.
My wife does. I see them constantly. It's like, you know, being in Uganda where you're just like, oh, there's boobs and there's babies attached to them. It's
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I think.
I love you, honey.
I have to give you a shout out there, Heidi, because I'm trying to be good, but it's just drawing my eye.
I actually didn't realize how they would read on film until I sat down in front of the camera and it was too late to change. I was like, oh, okay, so happy season finale.
If you like Heidi's boobs, give us a thumbs up. Give us a
exactly. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Those kids.
Exactly.
Share.
So, you know, we're going to be auctioning off some of these ladies for charity.
Not these ladies, no.
Yeah, not those 2 ladies. Not those specific 2 ladies. But, you know, what else do you want to see on season 2? I know that we were talking about this a little bit, Rosala, and you were talking about relationship stuff. People always have lots of questions about relationships and single. You know, I mean, we've all been single over different times. Stephanie, I think you've been hooked up for the longest time. How long have you been hooked up, Sin?
With my currently? Yeah, we've been together. I mean, we've known each other since we were 12 and 14, but we've been technically together for about 4.5 years.
Oh, yeah. You know what, Heidi? You might be up there with Stephanie. How long have you been together with Carrie?
Going on 7.5. Yeah.
Wow. Nicely done, ladies. That 7.5 in gay is like a 20 in regular.
Right.
Regular
That's 20 in lesbian years for sure.
Yeah, that's 20 in lesbian, right? So maybe we can talk to you a little bit about, what keeps a relationship going. Nicole and I haven't been together that long, so I would have to defer to some of you ladies that have been together a little bit longer. But, I'm sure people are always, I ask that question to anybody who tells me they've been together longer than 15 years. I'm like, how? How do you do it? How do you stay together?
I know what not to do.
Yeah.
Exactly. I will give you my how-to manual.
Yeah. And
then, let me tell you, I am not an easy person to be in a relationship with.
Yeah.
I know that. So.
I know next season.
Me neither stuff. Yeah.
Next season, I'd love to do a shit that sucks about consent. We need to talk about it. We talked about safe sex. We talked about how to make a baby with your wife. We haven't talked about consent, and I think that's important. We need to touch on that a little bit.
We need to talk about that because my daughter's having a little issue. Like, she's very touchy-feely. She likes to hug everybody. She likes strangers, but if she's, not sure about you and you try to hug her, she goes like this. So I want to talk about that for sure.
Well, that's good. She's telling you she doesn't consent, so you shouldn't make her hug.
And the worst thing you can ever do is make your child hug. Do not make your child hug people they don't want to hug. Not even if it's Nana. If I don't feel like touching somebody, I'm not touching somebody. I don't care if it's somebody I've touched a million times before. I don't feel like it today. So,
Well, we can talk about how your date doesn't owe you sex, even if you met on Tinder and you thought that was what was going to happen.
Yes, they do, damn it.
Unless you've actually bought
them rapey, Hallie.
Actually bought them dinner, then it's a different story. But
Hallie, don't get rapey. You're leaving us to go on 2 dates.
Yeah.
What else they got, Riz? What else they got?
Yeah. So let's see. First, I want to give a few. People were shouting out how long they've been in relationships. So Giovanna Oliveras has been in a relationship for over 6 years.
Yay.
Fifester has been 2 years. Meek Spell 4 years, and Mackenzie 1 year on and off. So that's pretty.
Yeah, nicely done,
Mackenzie. On and off? What's going on?
Yeah.
Do you need us to hook you up, Mackenzie? Because we're doing a singles auction, girlfriend.
That's awesome. I love it.
I love it. I love the long-term relationships. I love seeing that elderly couple holding hands, walking next to the beach. I think everybody wants that.
My grandparents still dance in the kitchen, and it just, I love it.
Yeah.
I went on a lesbian cruise a few years back, and one of my most favorite things in the world were meeting women that had been together since the late 60s.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It was the way that they got to experience the world as a lesbian couple over decades of since the 60s.
Yeah.
Man, that's a whole different world of lesbian back then. And then in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, whoa.
I even love looking at the vintage photos from the 1920s and 30s of couples.
I love that. Yes.
We've always existed. We've always been there.
And sustaining a relationship at all is difficult in today's throwaway world. It just is. When things get tough, the weak run away, and it's a lot harder to own your shit and work through things than it is to just be like, peace out. This is too much work.
Nicole Monson Cereal said, "Looking good, babe."
Yeah.
Carol.
Yeah. I might be needing to borrow that black glove, Sin. Can you give me two? Because I'm a multitasker.
Sure, and make sure you cut one open.
Oh, no, honey. We're taken. No, we don't need no dental dam. I know where she's No.
Oh, you guys are keeping me up.
Well, we've definitely covered safe sex on the show. We've, covered all sorts of different fun things, and there's so much more to come. Keep connected with us over the next, while we're on hiatus from the show. And,
don't worry, I'll be in your face.
We'll be in your face. We're still going to be doing our live feeds. Follow our personal pages. We've got Sincerely, Heidi Helps, Stephanie B. Hallie, what's yours under again?
Hallelujah.
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 I think you're Hallie like the berry screws me up because I'm like, did she change the name of her page too?
I'll change it.
And I've got a couple pages because I am just that narcissistic. I've got Carol Rosher, Carol's Comedy Hour, and you can always contact me at the Qualk Show as well. So we're going to be doing live feeds. Stephanie and I are working on some different projects that we're going to be bringing to you. I know that the other ladies are working on projects as well. So we're going to keep this rolling even on hiatus. What you got there,
We're just taking
Hallie?
a month off the live show on Saturday.
Yeah.
That's it.
What I got here is your wife's amazing hitting on skill. Well, your soon-to-be one day maybe wife's hitting on skills.
Oh my
in the
God.
chat. She's in the chat.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So wow. I don't know, you guys. I've only got 2 minutes left, but if you want to see what she's talking about, you need to go to my YouTube page or my personal page to see my girlfriend's real styling ways of hitting on me. I believe
I don't know how you keep your hands off of her. I mean, if somebody talked to me
earlier
like
today,
that,
I kind of gave her a wink and a smile, like I might be ready for something, and she's like, "Oh, baby, it's furry down there in my undercarriage." I haven't had to.
It wouldn't even occur to me that was a turnoff. Something's wrong with you, Carol, because when you're married and when you have children, I would just blow right over that. I'm like, whatever, let's just do this. Like, I would have never stopped. We think that was going to be what it was.
To my credit, I said my hand doesn't care, and then she ran away. So that is how that went down today.
As Summer would have said,
sorry for putting you on blast.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I want to thank everyone on the panel. We could talk about this all night. These shows go by so fast. Thank you to the Lesbian Pride ladies. Thank you to Rosala for being on the show tonight. It was so much fun having you. Can't wait for next season when we get to have fun with all of you. Everyone watching at home, I want to send out sincere thanks to every guest that appeared on the show this season. Everyone, Kirsch, Candace, Harry, Brittany, Sam, Chet, Rosala, Marnie, Denise and Nicole, Adria, Jamie, Summer. Did I forget anybody, you guys?
No.
I think I covered everybody. I think I covered everybody.
You got Chanel.
Oh, Chanel, yeah.
Oh, Chanel, thank you. And
See,
Jennifer.
Chanel's different, though,
Well, we
because
talked about them
Chanel's not-
earlier.
Chanel is more like family now. She started as a fan,
That's
she was
true.
on the panel, and now she's with us on the 7-day challenge. So,
Yeah, that is very true.
free pass for Chanel.
Everyone who helped out behind the scenes, our families, our friends, this, what you see on screen, it seems like we just kind of go off the cuff, but believe it or not, we do actually rehearse this and write some stuff and have meetings about it.
We did.
I know it's hard to believe. So thank you to our families who put up with us, being in meetings and doing this because it's what we love to do. Countless things. I can't count all of them. It's been an eye-opening first season, and we cannot wait to blow your minds with season 2. Hallie, how can people get a hold of us while we're on hiatus?
While we're on hiatus, our Facebook page is our main landing page, The Qualk Show. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on Pinterest, we're on Snapchat occasionally. I mean, we have the Snapchat, we're not always on it.
Yeah.
And we will be doing other things on YouTube, so make sure that if you're watching this on YouTube, which of course you are, because how else would you watch this? You hit subscribe. If it's a red button, you haven't hit subscribe. We need you to subscribe because then you'll get notifications of our amazing little...
Along with many
skits.
other things.
All the skits, all the
things of
different
that
things.
nature.
I'm sure that I'll get drunk one night and decide to talk to you all. So we'll just have a really good time with that.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to miss that.
No.
I do want to point out, too, that we're taking every show, we're making it a podcast. I heard your recommendation on that, and I'm going to make that happen. And that we're changing our format a little bit, so we want to be able to bring on viewers like you in an instant and bring you right into the conversation if you have any live questions.
And that's
So we'll
what
be able to do that next season.
Yeah.
And then we'll also be able to have commercial breaks. So if any of you want to sponsor us, because we're poor, we have children,
very poor.
hit me up at thequalkshow.com.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
And
Right,
and we'll advertise your business. We'll drink your Kool-Aid, whatever you need us to do.
But if you support Donald Trump, I don't want to hear from you.
Yeah.
Please, yes.
Everybody, our final cheers of the season. To chasing your dreams when everyone else thinks you're crazy, to new friends close and far, and to one love, one community, one heart, and changing one mind at a time. It is possible, people. See you next season, and remember, everyone, there is always something to quack about.
Cheers!